Hi guys, happy Wednesday. So today we're going to be talking about equations and solving equations that have parentheses. And parentheses, you see the shape I'm making? It's those brackets that have the numbers on the inside and the outside. So let me do an example problem for you real quick. Okay? So let's say I have -2 times, or I guess parentheses, -3x plus 9 is equal to 24. Oh, good, you can see it. Okay. Now, the reason I said times is because when I have a number that is right next to these parentheses, or really anything, okay? Now, it doesn't have the symbol there, but I just know if I have something in front of parentheses, this is a multiplication problem. And anytime I have an equation like this, my first thing that I want to do is take this -2, and I'm going to take this -2 and I'm going to multiply it with everything that's in here. Okay? So I'm going to take my -2 and I'm going to multiply it by this -3x right here. And I'm going to multiply it by this +9. Okay? So let's look at it. So -2 times -3 is equal to, if I take a negative and I multiply it by another negative, what happens? Yeah, it becomes positive, right? So -2 times -3 gives me 6, or +6. What about this x? It's just right there. It just comes right down, okay? And then I have -2 times +9. Now, if I have a negative number times a positive number, my answer is going to be negative. And if you get thrown off by this stuff, use your calculator, right? I know you guys all have a calculator on your phone. Great time to use it, right? So -2 times +9 is going to give me -18, okay? Now, I'm going to rewrite this, because if you are doing all this in your head, you're crazy, because math is all about writing things out and staying organized. I promise you. Okay, so if I rewrite this, I have 6x, here, I'm drawing, minus 18 is equal to, and this hasn't changed, it's still the same. We still have 24 on that side. Woo, I wrote it a little crooked. Don't judge me. All right, so here's my new equation, okay? This should look super familiar. We talked about this last time, and these are pretty basic algebra equations that you should be used to doing, right? So if I want to get x by itself, I have this 6 that's right next to it, or I have this -18 over here. And the one that's going to be easier to get rid of first is the one that is being subtracted, okay? So the opposite of subtraction is addition, right? So I'm going to add 18, and remember, we talked about this last time. If I add 18 on one side, I have to add it on the other side. Otherwise, it's not even, right? So this is going to come down. This hasn't changed. I still have 6x is equal to 24 plus 18, which is 42. Okay. And then my last step, I can remember, okay, what kind of math is going on between this number and this letter? Multiplication. What's the opposite of multiplication? Division. Yeah. So I'm going to divide by 6, because that will cancel it out. And if I divide this side by 6, I have to divide the other side by 6. Ooh, I'm running out of room. And my new answer, I'll write it up here, because otherwise you can't see it. My new answer is that what's left is I have x is equal to 42 divided by 6, which is 7. Okay? So that's my quick little rundown of an equation with parentheses, okay? So let's look at one more, all right? And if you have a paper and pencil, I would highly recommend writing it down and doing this one on your own, and then checking your work with me, okay? So here's our next equation. I have, let's see, is this too high? It's a little high. You guys, I'm just sitting on the floor recording this. I know this is not high tech, so you got to work with me, right? So my equation, let's see, there, now you can do it. I have 14 times y minus 4 is equal to -7. Okay. Now, again, I would pause this right now, solve this super fast, and then press play and see if our answers are matching up. Do it. Seriously. Okay. So here's our equation. Just like before, this is a multiplication problem. So I'm going to take what's outside of the parentheses and multiply everything inside of the parentheses by 14. So that means I'm going to take 14 times y, which this is an easy one. Now it's just 14y. And then I'm going to take 14 times, now this is not a positive 4, but this is a negative 4. So 14 times negative 4, which this gives me 56. Negative 56. Took me a second. All right. So now I'm going to rewrite my equation. So I have 14y, here I'll do that again, minus 56 is equal to, and this hasn't changed on this side, negative 7. So really all I did was this is called like distributing, okay? So I'm taking what's on the outside and I'm just multiplying everything on the inside. Ta-da! Now I have this easier looking equation that I should know what to do with. Now, again, trying to get y by itself, opposite of subtraction is addition. If I add 56 on this side, that means I have to add 56 on the other side as well, okay? This is going to cancel out over here. This doesn't change. I still have 14y, right? Here, I'll do my line. And that is equal to, whew, that's not a great equal sign. Let's try that again. It's still not great. We're going with it. All right. And then 7 plus 56 should give me, oh, it's a negative 7. That's why I was like, hold on. Okay, so again, if negative numbers throw you off, use your calculator, right? And just type it in. So negative 7 plus 56 is actually going to give me a smaller answer of 49. Okay, so I have 14y is equal to 49. And my last step is if these are being multiplied, I'm going to have to divide them. So divide this side by 14, which means I have to divide this side by 14. This cancels out, and all I have left is my y. Here, I'll do what I did last time. I'll write my answer up here. So y is equal to 49 divided by 14, which it should give you a decimal. It's going to be 3.5, okay? Or 3.5. All right. So that's our quick little rundown of our math. If you have any questions or if you're still getting stuck or you'd like a little bit more of a review, just let me know. You can shoot me an email. You can message me on Canvas. I'll do everything I can to help you. Just like last time, you're going to take a little bit of a quiz. And again, you can take it as many times as you want. Just do your best.